What's up, world? Mystic Mike here, back again for another video. The topic I want to talk about today and discuss is habits and the importance of having good habits, positive habits in your life. Routines, even if you say. So, having a positive routine. And I give this advice to people I help all the time where if they're in a low spot, if they don't know where their purpose is, if they don't know what's next, if they're lost, if they can't find happiness or fulfillment, and they're just stuck in this space, that leads them to more bad habits, which leads them to drinking or drugs or addictions or things that aren't serving them, aren't not going to break them out into a happier state. They're just going to keep them trapped more. I always tell them to start with one positive thing that they're called to. And this could be a lot of different things, like working out. This is a good example. Being able to work out every day. So if that is called to you, it's all about taking that step into the first positive action that you can take. So positive action. So it'd be like, I want to work out every day. I want to work out every day, even if it's just working out or on the treadmill for 10 minutes. I'm going to make that happen. And that's an important aspect. Not making sure that you're not doing, overdoing it or to the point where you're not doing it, but just being present, being able to take that action. For example, you're saying, I'm going to work out every day. I feel called to work out. I feel like that's going to help me not just feel better, but it's also going to make me healthier, and that's where you start. You start with one good habit, and don't break that habit. Don't break that promise to yourself. So if you're saying it's like a New Year's resolution that always get broken, instead of breaking these New Year's resolution, make a resolution for the day or for your week, and then say, I'm going to go work out every morning, even if it's only for 10 minutes, even if it's a half an hour, it don't matter. Even if it's just a little snippet of the day or my morning. That will change a lot of things in your life, because this is how habits work. This is how routines work. And it's kind of the opposite for bad routines. Where good routines, good habits, we get the initial thought and we're filled with joy or excitement. And then we have all these other thoughts, these afterthoughts that are like, no, don't do that. I just want to stay in bed. I want to, that voice that comes after the initial thought of like, yeah, I want to go work out. That sounds like something that would benefit me and bring me some joy or bring me some energy. And then we have this initial voice that comes after that says, no, I just want to stay in bed, or I don't really want to work out, or the weather shit. We come up with all these reasons to not do this, or excuses not to go through this. And that's how good habits tend to have the trajectory of. Bad habits, on the other hand, are completely different. And we all have a ton of bad habits, even myself, that I'm breaking currently. And this is the trajectory of how bad habits happen. When you have a bad habit, your first initial thought is, no, I shouldn't do that. No, I shouldn't, I shouldn't go drinking. Last time I got drunk, I, got really messed up and passed out and acted a fool and acted really stupid. No, I shouldn't do that. That's your first initial thought. But what's interesting about these ones is that they have the opposite effect. After effect of thoughts are all good. You start thinking about good memories of the past. These are all basically memories of the past. And this happens with friendships as well. When we grow, we need to expand and let go of friendships. The only thing that keeps us from stopping and breaking those ties or moving forward is the relationship that they had in the past on us, the good memories, the good times, the good times of drinking, the good times of all this stuff. But when you're growing, say for example, like you want to get sober, you're done being drunk, you're done being, in this energy that doesn't serve you no more. And you have all these friends that that you've built from going out and partying and having these amazing experiences. At the time they felt really amazing. So when you're trying to quit drinking, for example, and you have all these habits or even these friends that are triggering memories in your head of good times of drinking, good times of these things, those are going to cause you to go back into these bad habits, even if you are trying to change your life. For example, you're going to meetings to get sober and stay sober. Having these initial thoughts where it's like, okay, I have these friends. They drink a lot. They know that I'm not into that no more. Even going around some of those people or in some of those environments will cause you to repeat these habits. Will cause you to start drinking. And the thing about also bad habits is once you pick up one, you start picking up all these other bad habits. You realize that, oh, I was eating healthy, I was drinking just a little bit, I dabbled back into this one bad habit. I have all these good habits, but I have this one bad habit. You're going to realize you're starting to pick up more bad habits. You're not eating as healthy now. You're taking this slow decline into worse energy that doesn't serve you. And it's the same, and the reason why I say this and put it this way is because it is the same with good habits. And that's why it is so important to make one good habit. And I challenge you, this is your challenge for the video, make one good habit today. That you want to follow every day, that you want to try. And that's the thing about a habit. You got to make it a habit to do this thing, to work out every day, to wake up at 6 a.m. It could be anything. It could be unique to you, but it has to make you feel good. You have to be called to it, where you're like, yeah, that feels like something I need to do, or I need to eat healthier. I need to have a salad every day. Whatever it is, make that habit, don't break it, and watch how it starts bringing in better habits into your life. Just like negative habits, the same for positive habits. Start with one habit, and you'll find that not only are you doing this one habit now, you're doing a bunch of habits to better your life, to enrich your life. You're having all these rituals and routines in the morning that are building you up rather than keeping you in bed or in this stagnant energy. And that's really it. And that's really powerful to realize, because and I was there. I have all these bad habits. Still I have bad habits. And these always lead back to more bad habits, where it's like, oh, I'm eating healthy for a week. I'm doing these good habits. And then I pick up this one bad habit again that I put down for that whole week of being, clean or of eating good. And all of a sudden my mind starts to flip and starts to say, oh, well, then I can give in on this. I can give in on this. I can make exceptions for this. And then I'm just making all these exceptions for these bad habits. And, my life slowly decreases again or gets stagnant. And then the happiness fades and all this other stuff. So the same thing for good habits. I just want to say that make one good habit and watch how that starts to change you. And it's not going to be easy, because as I said, with good habits, their first initial thought is, that sounds awesome. That sounds like something I need. That's going to enrich my life. And then the follow-up thoughts are going to be like, no, don't do it. Your mind's going to tell you to not go through it. Don't go running today. The weather's bad. It's going to snow. Your mind's going to come up with all these excuses to not make you do it. If you do it anyways, you will feel amazing. This always happens for me, where I have a habit and I'm like, oh, I don't want to get out of bed. I don't want to do my kundalini today or something. And my first initial thought is like, yeah, I want to do that, but no, like all these other follow-up thoughts come in. As soon as I get out of bed and I do that kundalini, by the end of that kundalini, or it could be a workout, by the end of that workout, you're feeling great. And I know there's people who experience this. Once they fight that thought not to do something that they know is actually good for them, and they actually follow through, they get all this amazing energy. It builds up their whole day. And that's what I've started to do with the morning routine. This morning routine is not always easy. It's not always easy, but if I give up that morning routine for even one day, all these other bad habits start to trickle. All these old cycles of my life that I'm trying to break start to come back up. Because it's kind of like the universe. It's like you're telling the universe you want these things, but not bad enough. You want these things, but not bad enough. You want to be happy, but not bad enough. You want to enrich your life, but not bad enough. So the universe is going to dangle these things in front of you. These other bad habits, these cycles that you're trying to break in your life, and they'll reoccur until they don't affect you no more. Until they can be waved in your face and you're like, that's not affecting me anymore. But it starts with one good habit. Start with one good habit, like a workout or running in the morning, whatever you're called to, because I already know there's something that you're called to do, but yet those initial thoughts say, no, I don't need to do that. I don't have the time for that. But you do have the time. You just gotta prioritize yourself and start investing in yourself and your betterment, and your energy and stuff. So I just wanted to come on and say that your challenge for the day or this video is to make one good habit that you try to do all week. And not try, I'm not even going to say try, that you choose to do for 1 week without backing out. No matter what thoughts come in your head the next day after doing it for 2 days, do that for 7 days and watch how that energy shifts and how you feel after you actually break through those thoughts of doubt and I don't need to do this isn't important. Feel how good you do. Start to feel how good that is, and also feel what other good habits are starting to be called to you. Because once one good habit is established, all these other good habits want to come into your life. I want to eat healthier. I want to do this. I want to do that. I want to create music or whatever it is. All these other good habits are going to start coming into your life, and you're going to find that the bad habits aren't as interesting, aren't as persuasive, I should say. But yeah, I just wanted to come on. I love you all, and I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day. Take care.